Hi guys, so I'm back to talk about something that I was really inspired by. I have a following with someone I know. Her account on YouTube is Primp, Preen, and Peachy. Fantastic style. She's got a very vintage, glamorous look. She really does a lot of hair tutorials and gives a lot of great beauty tips. One that totally captivated me was her top 10 things. So I was really inspired by that to kind of look at all my routine and look at the last several years and see what stayed there, what fads have come and gone, but what product I continually stock again and again and again. If it's looking like it's running low, I buy another one just so I won't even be without it for a week, sort of thing. What are those top 10 products that I love, 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 and you will always see me carrying around? Anyone who's had me stay overnight or extended periods of time at their place knows I don't pack light. And typically you're gonna find these 10 things in my luggage. So if I'm going away for a night, if I'm going away for a longer period of time, these are the things I rely on. I thought I would do kind of like a lowest to highest price point kind of a deal. So the first one I want to start with, what I consider absolute essential, Shiseido facial cottons. So these ones are actually using actually certified pure cotton fiber. Instead of being a ball, it's into a pressed sort of form. What I love about these is they never shed, they never fray, they never fluff. So whether you're using it for nail polish removal, toner, makeup removal, any sort of cleansing, you can cut them into little squares and make a makeshift band-aid out of them. Literally, you can do every dang thing with them and they don't shed and they stay beautifully tight. You can really tug at them and pull at them, and they're fantastic products. So they used to be a little cheaper. Now I think they've changed the packaging size and all that sort of thing. However, you get lots and lots in this full bag and it takes me forever to go through. I think I replace them about twice a year and I love them for everything. So that's the first one, best cottons I've ever used, and definitely worth the investment. And you'll see what I mean, that you can really scrub with them and they aren't going to shed or rip apart on you. So you're actually saving money buying the good ones. Next thing, came across this by accident because I like the brand Burt's Bees. This one is I think it's a Californian company. Burt started selling byproducts of, say, the honey making process for skincare, for hand cream, that sort of thing. The lemon butter cuticle cream is my favorite stuff. I've got pretty short nails and just about always ragged cuticles. I'm really rough on my hands. Used to be pretty bad when I worked in the office. It's just much worse now in my current job in retail. I'm washing my hands constantly and my cuticles really suffer for it. My nails are pretty strong. Every once in a while they're subject to peeling, so I used to use this a couple times a day. So at least at nighttime I'll take a good glob of the butter and then rub it onto my cuticles and let it soak in all night long. If I'm in a pinch and I feel like I need to moisturize my hands and I don't have a chance, I'll at least do my cuticles and then I'll feel pretty good. The lemon is instantly brightening and smoothing, but it has a really great exfoliation or regeneration effect that it helps to cure ragged, rough cuticles, dry cuticles. Great for a little pushy and thing like that after. So love that product, and you can find it anywhere. I've tried other cuticle creams that are too thick, sticky, tacky, or not enough, or even just pure oils, and that didn't seem to last long enough on the skin to work. So that one's phenomenal. Okay, next thing in my sliding scale, this one's going to be more of a genre than a type specific. So typically at my bedside, I always keep a hydrating spray, whether it's like a mist spray or an aerosolized water spray, whether it's Evian, Caudalie, Amore Pacific. I know that Vichy, there's a few other companies that make a water spray. I'll always leave this by my bedside. So if I need a wake up in the morning, I can spritz it in my face. If I need a refresher to kind of calm myself and get to sleep, I'll spray that on. Handy as a midday kind of refresher, but I love having the little water sprays. If you were a tanning kind of a person, you can spray it on as you're tanning. It helps you cool down in the sun. Lots and lots of use, and I love those products. I always have one by my bedside. So speaking of bedside products, I guess the next one will be the Fusion Beauty Lip Fusion XL Lip Plumper. I've got thin lips. It's something that I've inherited, They're not that thin, obviously, and I think part of that is that I'm caring for them. So this one is one of those plumper brands that when they first launched was less tingly or less burning on the lips. It's incredibly moisturizing. I'll do one swipe of this at night, go to sleep after I've done my cuticle cream. So you can see there's a process for me to get to bed. But after I've done all that kind of stuff, I put that on and then let it sit all night long. Every morning I wake up with either the product still there or my lips really moist and soft. So I don't really suffer from flaky chapped lips. If you've seen some of my previous videos, you'll know I did one on lip masks and lip treatments, and I did talk about this one a little bit. So it's something I love, not only for the dehydrated collagen spheres that go into the lip and swell when they come into contact with your body's own natural water, but also hyaluronic acid is in there, which also holds up to 1,000 times its own weight in water. So it's really going to hydrate your lips, lock it in, and actually give more plumpness and fullness. I have like one line right here that's just like my lipstick begins to seep out of now, but I like to hold it in check, and that's one way I'm going to do that. Okay, next, some daytime product. This one I kind of came across it from someone else who loves the Dr. Brandt brand. They have a whole Pores No More line, really great for a combination or oily people who are looking to diminish oil, diminish shine, diminish pores. This pore refiner product is really cool. I'll see if I can show you that. So despite the fact it has a little of a tint, it does spread it pretty much invisible on a light to all the way to medium tone skin. What I like about this one is it's like a cream texture. You spread it on, and really I would dab this in, but I use this over top of makeup. Some people use it as a primer before makeup. For guys, this is great on its own. If you've got, like, say, a groom or a guy in photos who's tired of being shiny, you can put this on. It instantly mattifies the complexion. It's using some fabulous essential oils. So it's got flax powders in there. It's got a smell of tea tree and lavender and some really purifying therapeutic oils. So this is really counterintuitive for people who are like, well, I'm oily, I'm going to use oil-free products. This is actually more of a homeopathic like treats like. So the oils present in here actually will help to diminish surface oiliness by feeding some good hydration into the skin. As well, the powders, once they reset and mattify, you're actually going to have an oilless complexion. Despite the fact you're adding oils, your skin is actually going to look super smooth, super matte. I like to use this as my midday touch-up pretty much every day of my life. So yeah, that pore minimizer is definitely a little pricey one, but it lasts forever, and I love, love, love it. Another one that's a daily sort of product, again, this is more of a category than a specific brand. I am all about the sunscreen. The higher the better. Typically I use the Clarins UV HP UV Plus, which is a 40 SPF. However, recently I've fallen in love with the brand called Alginist, and they had an SPF 50 fluid. And I really want to give that one a go because the brand is nice. It's got a slightly higher SPF, but what's special about this particular category of SPF is the texture. So it looks really whitish, right? I wish you could feel this because it's like there's nothing to it. There's no oiliness, there's no heaviness, there's no stickiness. This is the best not sunscreen feeling sunscreen you can buy. Dior makes one like this. Like I say, Clarins UV Plus. Alginist makes ones like this, and Estee Lauder Daywear 50. They have a really great one too that you put it on and it's just gone. Not only are you getting that great sun protection, but it's weightless. And this is meant to go for someone who wears a lot of skincare. You're wearing your serum, your cream, and this, and then you're doing other things. You're not going to feel it on the skin, and it's absolutely perfect for sun protection. So I wear that every day of my life. Nice high SPF. Okay, another product that I love. Again, this one might have to be more category than specific, though it's always been for me DDF Therapeutic Sulfur Mask. Ever since Daniel and I took our first anniversary cruise, our first Leap-iversary cruise in 2008, I went to a local Sephora and said, what is the best acne treatment oil control mask you have? And the person ran beelined over for this 10% strength sulfur mask. So yes, it's sulfur, so yes, it smells like sulfur. It's kind of got a greenish color. They've added almond oil in it to make it a little more hydrating. but this stuff is insane. This is a madman here. You can use it, like I say, once, twice a week, and it's really going to help to control the skin, purify the skin, because sulfur is antifungal, antibacterial. It's an anti-irritating agent, so it's actually going to reduce swelling and redness and itching. So great for people who like go to sulfur springs, or eczema, and that sort of thing. But great for just like on-the-spot treatment if you go to bed. Fantastic. Now this one does work very well at controlling oil. So I would say don't overuse it, or you might end up with a little bit of dryness, but can be used on the body and everywhere. I've even got Daniel, every once in a while I'll put a spot onto him before he goes to bed, and he's a believer. He doesn't even question why I'm doing it, because it works overnight. Okay, so the next one in the line is my fresh sake bath. So this one is insane. I always thought I was crazy for paying fresh about $6 every time I buy one of their bath bombs, because I love sitting in the tub. This one's definitely one of my favorites. This fresh sake bath, obviously in the shape of a sake bottle, uses, I think it's a 50% real sake in the formula, so it's very fluid. It's not a very bubbling bath. It has a fantastic smell, and definitely the sake, that alcohols kind of hit you, but it's using it has a peach and daikon radish, and it has ginger root, and it has a zillion different valerian and melissa and pomegranate and pine. So it's definitely got a little of an herbaceousness to it, but incredibly refreshing. This is great as what we call a warm down. Say after exercising and you want to cool your muscles down, but you don't want to do a dead stop. This one is really refreshing and relaxing for the body. If you do a nice short mask, short bath, nice and detoxifying. They recommend taking a Japanese style bath. So very, very hot, quick hot shower, then a nice hot soak for about 5-10 minutes, and then a nice cool rinse to quickly just clear the lymphatic system, and that'll really refresh the body. I take this and I better be going to sleep after, because this one knocks me out. It could be the sake, it could be that blood stimulating effect, but incredibly soothing, and go through those like once a year. I limit myself to once a year for that bit of a miracle. So I usually about a shot glass or less in the tub. Okay, so last two items are the tools kind of things. So Clarisonic is amazing. I've known about it for a few years, and when I finally got one, I don't know why I waited. The Clarisonic tool itself is contained, watertight. It has changeable brush heads. Because it's the same company that did the Sonic Care toothbrush, you can kind of see the comparison. Regular toothbrushing, Sonic toothbrushing, regular face washing, Sonic face washing. So I got this set to the 1 minute standard time. So you notice the outside brushes, they aren't moving at all. It's actually the inner bristles that are moving, and it's pretty much faster than the eye can really capture and see. They could have made it go faster. They found that was the best speed to cleanse the skin without overstimulating. So I'll take off my eye makeup first. There's actually only 2 caveats to using this product. There's a lot of freedoms, but don't use it on the eyes. Duh. And any cleanser you like, you can use anything you like, as long as it doesn't have a grit or a granule or a scrub or anything like that to it. You don't want to ruin the brush and just be too harsh for the skin, because this is not an exfoliator, it's a cleansing tool. So you would do with a timer setting where it runs 20 seconds for the forehead, 20 seconds for the nose and the chin, and 10 seconds for each cheek, and in 1 minute you're done. Your face is clean, like white washcloth afterwards. Nothing's going to come off. And you guys know I can wear a lot of makeup, so that's really important to me that I can get it all off. This model happens to be the Plus model, so it's got an additional setting where I can put a big body brush and do a whole body exfoliation with it. I use the delicate brush head because my skin is super sensitive and it turns red even when I talk about how sensitive it is. So I use that and replace the brush head every 3 months, just like your toothbrush. You want to replace it every 3 months for optimal performance, but I take it off in between washings to let it dry so gunk doesn't build up in there. But yeah, fantastic tool. Has a 2-year warranty, and I'm pretty sure I've already outlived the warranty. Pink, I'm not really a pinky girl. However, Pink, they donated a portion to the Look Good, Feel Better Breast Cancer Recovery campaign, so that was nice to do when I'm just buying a product that I was going to buy anyway. But the Clarisonic is definitely something I use just about every day. I say definitely every day after work, I'll come and use this. So about 5 times a week I'm using it every evening. I don't typically do it morning and night, though some people can. With regular use, there's a few things everyone notices. Their skin is clearer, firmer and more lifted because it's improving blood flow and circulation. As well, your pores are going to be smaller and your skin is going to be smoother overall because that gentle vibration, it just shakes everything out and helps the skin to perform at optimal function. So fantastic esthetician tool available for everybody. Last one is something that I've been talking about and debating, weighing pros and cons, acne treatment light. So this one, it's a tool that doesn't need a replaceable battery. Just like the Clarisonic, you just plug it into the wall and charge when you need to. Now this one, it's using that blue light technology, and I do it on clean skin, hold it on for like a 3-minute session for each area that I'm looking to treat. And I'm finding that's a non-invasive way to treat my very cystic prone acne skin. I like this because I'm a glycolic lover. I love how glycolic keeps my skin clear. However, if I use it too much, my skin really dries, and I don't want to prematurely age my skin just because I'm treating acne. You don't want to trade one problem for another. So I found that the blue light technology, both this and in the Tanda Zap, are fantastic for helping to keep bacteria from growing, spreading, that sort of thing. So that's definitely, all these things are time-consuming processes. But anyone who says, oh, why are you doing all that stuff, obviously is someone who is never afflicted with cystic, hormonal, and out-of-control acne, because to keep it clear means a lot to me, and this was given as a gift. This is probably the highest priced item that I own, and I would never have bought it for myself. Pretty much never. So that was a really great gift, and very effective too. So those are my top 10s. There's a lot of products that I was really trying to look at who should I thin out, who should I keep. I feel very strongly about Boscia blotting papers as well. However, I love the treatment benefits of the Dr. Brandt Pore Refiner, which is why I opted to keep that one in rather than just blotting off oil, because that one is more of a skin treatment product as well that I like. So yeah, that's about it. And I hope this inspires you to do a top 10 video for yourself as well, and talk about what you love. And I'll see you guys next time, okay?